What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The David Lopez Show, presented by Passion Park Entertainment. You know what it is. You already know. How is everybody doing? It is great to be back. I know I was on a little bit of a hiatus. I say that like every single time I come back. But I went out of town last week, and I had a bunch of other stuff that I had to do, and I had lost my voice, actually, from going out of town. It was actually my bachelor party, so it was a shit show, needless to say. But I lost my voice and shit, so I was trying to take a couple days off from doing this because I have some music stuff that I got to get to, so I really got to get my voice back. You can kind of hear it's still a little bit raspy, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I am glad to be back. It is becoming summer slowly here in Chicago. Beautiful. Sun's out, getting warmer. Today it's breezy. It's like 70 today, 60, 70 today. Yesterday was like 85 and sticky. It's like you don't even want to complain because Chicago, you're just trying to get hot weather. But man, when it gets real hot and humid here, it gets fucking sticky. Like you're just immediately just sweaty and sticking to shit. But anyways, I am just happy that it is warm out. This is the best summer city in the fucking world, man. At least as far as I know. I haven't traveled enough, I guess, to make that statement. It's somewhat bold, but summers in Chicago are the best. The fucking best. So I am excited for that. And I'm just happy the seasons are changing. So we're going to start today off with a little bit of housekeeping. As we always do, before I get into some of the sponsors and ads we have, I first off want to tell you guys about my show dates coming up. So there's a couple options to come see me live. First, next Tuesday, so that's a couple days away. It's a really quick turnaround, and that's actually why I was trying to get my voice back. At the Elbow Room, June 11th, Battle of the Bands, okay? So I don't normally do like competitions, these kind of things. I don't remember the last time I have, honestly, probably when I was first starting off and doing a lot of the showcase stuff. But I decided to do this Battle of the Bands because, I mean, there's a couple options. You can get booked on some festivals if you win this, and just, getting the word out there. With me releasing the new album, I'm going to be a stage whore for the next couple months. Any show opportunities I get, I'm probably going to take. And it's been nice because actually people have been reaching out to me about performing lately rather than me doing all the, extensive managerial type work. We're sending emails and all that shit. I've actually been really happy the past couple of weeks. I've just had several people reach out to me about performing and stuff. And that may seem like a little thing, but in my mind, it's like it's a turning point of things that are happening. Like you reach out to so many people all the time, and then eventually I'm starting to get calls about if I want to do a show and if I want to perform, or I'm getting more bookings from my agent or more auditions and stuff. And they're like subtle changes that slowly start to happen, but I'm happy with the way things are going, and it feels. I just feel like a working artist, you know what I mean? And that's the best we're gonna get around these parts right now. All right, so June 11th, this Tuesday, I have a short set. It's not a real long set, but your support means the world. As I said, if we do really well, we can get booked on some big festivals here in Chicago, and that would be a huge turning point in my career, and it would be a big thing for Passion Park. So Tuesday night, Battle of the Bands, Elbow Room. My set's at 9. I usually wouldn't say that to you, but I need you guys to be there by 9, hopefully a little earlier. So yeah, that's an option. And then a couple weeks after that, another show I'm really excited about is at Uncommon Ground. It's on July 5th. Uncommon Ground is a coffee shop / brewery / restaurant. Really cool place. They got a couple locations. I will be performing at the Edgewater location. So that's on Devon, up north side of the city. Pretty dope because it's not too far from the neighborhood that I grew up in. I'm excited about that. Really small, intimate room. I'm opening, me and, probably Joey and Alex, my guitar and DJ. I'm opening for Chad Price and then Tiny Shoulders, who they're the headliners. I'm friends with some of the guys from guys and gals from Tiny Shoulders, so that's how I knew them, and they asked me to hop on the show with them, which is awesome. Shout out to them. But the last time they played on Common Ground, they sold the place out. So we're planning on doing that again. With that being said, if you want to see us in an intimate room, I'm talking like 40, 50 people, you got to get your tickets soon. It's going to be a real exclusive performance. I'm going to be talking to people as I'm up there. I like those small rooms. I really do. I'm starting to feel like that might be my shit, and maybe I'm just saying that because I'm struggling at selling tickets in bigger venues, but in smaller venues, I like the intimacy of that. Yeah. So those are some options to see me live. So please come check me out. I'll be excited about that. We had the album release party at Bourbon on Division a couple weeks ago on actually 2 weeks ago, May 22nd. That went really well. I mean, that's a little bit of a bigger space than the space I'm talking about now. So if I'm being completely honest, the turnout wasn't, what I expected or what I had hoped for. But that's on me. I got to do a better job of getting people out and selling tickets. Yeah. But the show went well. The people that were there were great. The energy was great. I'm working on a recap video. It's been taking me a little time. As I said, I was out of town. But I'll get that up. And that recap video is going to be on the YouTube, but also it's going to be a part of a bigger video project that I'm working on, which I have mentioned over the past couple episodes. So I'm working, guys. I'm working. But shout out to everybody that came out to the release party. Shout out to Rise the Rebel, 24 Karat Gang, Joe Bianco, RPM. Everybody who came through and hopped on stage and stuff like that. It was great. Shout out to Bourbon On Division for having us. We really appreciated that. All right. So we have a couple ads and sponsors and a couple ways for you guys to support us. And we got one more, actually, one brand new one. So I'm excited about that. That I'm about to order from. I'll just start off with them, okay? So shout out to our new sponsor. They are called Fab Hunt. So if you go to passionparkent.com/fabhunt, you will find a couple links to use their website to order stuff. So they are a fashion online retailer run by a team of young, creative, and beauty-obsessed entrepreneurs. They stock over 250 internationally renowned brands and boost a product portfolio of over 12,000 products. They got a lot of stuff on there. They got, accessories, clothes, shirts, shoes. Shirts are clothes, duh. But shoes, jewelry. They have all this stuff. I'm actually about to order like a big order of shoes on this website. So I'm happy that they decided to sponsor us because I have to do that. So we get a little kick from that. So yeah, make sure you, if you're looking for some shoes or some clothes and you want to support PassionPark.com, check out Fab Hunt, PassionParkENT.com/FabHunt, and you will be supporting us and also shopping for yourself. So that's a good option. And then our other three sponsors, we have three more that are helping us out here. Diamond CBD. CBD is kind of the craze right now. A lot of people are loving it. It's crazy. You see CBD at like every gas station now. I was just at the gym this morning, and for the first time I saw this new ad that they put right on the front counter that says CBD gummies and workout CBD or whatever. There's just so many different uses for CBD. It's the craze. It's so popular now. And we're happy to have Diamond CBD as a affiliate for Passion Park for the show. So they are, according to them, they are America's #1 CBD company. Okay, they have so much stuff. It's pretty awesome when you go to their website. It's kind of mind blowing, to be honest. They have edibles such as gummies, cake pops, honey sticks, oils, vape additives, dabs, creams. They have pet CBD products and more. And they have over 1,000 products. Tommy Chong, from Cheech and Chong, he has his own product line that's through Diamond. So they got a bunch of cool stuff on there. We get a nice commission base if you order through there. So please check that out. PassionParkENT.com/diamond. That's a way to support us and to get your CBD. Another sponsor we have is Splice. Now this is for my music creators, my film creators, anybody who uses music, to create stuff and wants new sounds and new samples and whatnot. Splice has over 2 million samples. Music makers are able to subscribe to the largest library of samples, presets, and loops in the world. And you are able to acquire them costly. Like it's not too expensive. Plugins and effects are on a rent-to-own basis. I mean, it's way better if you're on a low budget and you're trying to make some shit without spending a ton amount of bread. And if you're not like the best at making your own samples, but you're trying to find stuff and stuff like that, Splice is a great site to utilize for that. So make sure you check out Splice, PassionParkENT.com/Splice. And finally, do not forget, if you are trying to go to any concerts, any sporting events, any comedy shows, anything where you got to buy a ticket online, I got a great site for you to use. It's called Ticket Club, all right? So PassionParkENT.com/Ticket Club. They're a membership site, right? But when you become a member, you skip all the all the service fees that you would normally get, from StubHub or wherever. Excuse me. You're skipping all of that stuff. It's a cool program, all right? So you can save anywhere between 10 to 30% off of those pesky service fees. And they have tickets for all sorts of events. So I mean, when you go on these websites, StubHub, Geeks or SeatGeeks or whatever, like prices are always pretty similar, right? They're not too crazy. And then you check out with the fees, and it's like you get $15 more. You're like, what the fuck? Cool thing about Ticket Club is you're gonna see the price, and that's gonna be really close to what you're gonna actually pay, because you're not gonna have all those other little fees. So shout out to them. They've been really vocal with me. They've been emailing me back and forth talking about how to get the program working. They helped me on getting everything set up. So I'm really happy to have Ticket Club as an affiliate, and I hope you guys utilize them and keep supporting us. So remember, go to passionparkent.com in general to find out everything about us. And then if you go to the More tab on the way right, like there's a bunch of tabs on top. If you click More, you'll just see all these things that come down. It's like Splice, Ticket Club, Diamond, Fab Hunt. They're all on there. So those are ways to support us. All right. Well, thank you. And that was a bunch of housekeeping stuff that I had to get through on the front end of that. And now we're gonna get to a brief solo episode. Since I've been gone for a little bit, I feel like it's time for me to just rip away. I'll rip away. Excuse me. Well, first, I wanna say thank you to everybody who's been listening to the album. It's been out for 2 weeks now. You know, it's weird because when you release a project, I mean, I've talked about this before, and I was kind of like blank slate. I'm like, oh shit, now I'm just ready to create new stuff. But the goal, it's not even the goal, it's the job of me is to get people to listen to it now. You know, I've gotten some people to listen, obviously, and I've gotten some good feedback from people. If I'm being completely honest, I said before, not as much as I would like. I haven't, you know, not the amount of streams, not the amount of plays that I would like to get, but I'm working towards getting that. I want to send people, you know, more messages, more personal stuff. I'm trying to figure out just better ways to do it, man. Like, because I don't want to spam people. I've never been one to spam people. Frankly, I get spammed all the time by people who are like, listen to my new project. I don't ever listen to that shit, rarely. I mean, like occasionally. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, is that even the appropriate way to do it? I really don't know. I just think it's hard to get people to listen to stuff nowadays. And maybe because I don't have a big record or something that stands out like that. But, man, I was talking to my friend who is in a band, and he's talking about doing a contest, like a contest for their new album, like to people to pick the next single or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. Long story short, the contest includes a cash prize for the winner. And the basic thing we were getting at when we were talking to each other is like, yeah, man, you got to pay people to fucking listen to your music nowadays. It's crazy. And these are talented dudes. And I'm not bragging and saying I'm perfect, because I don't think I'm making undeniable music yet. And that maybe is the problem. And that's definitely the goal towards is be undeniable. Be undeniable. And so I'm just going to keep working towards that, because I feel like that is it's a good point to have, because it's all about the ride anyway. So if you just say be undeniable, then when people aren't listening to my shit or aren't liking my shit, it's more like, well, I wasn't undeniable yet. I got to get better. I got to do it better. So that is how I feel internally. But I also am like, man, how do you get people to listen to your shit? Because I'm sure some people can relate to this. Is how many times you got people that are telling you, man, that song was dope as fuck. I like that song, or I like the way the new album sounds, or whatever like that. And then you could I could almost legitimately look at most numbers and kind of figure out, I can't figure out who is listening exactly, but like you can see some stuff. So it's like, I think so many people like maybe not lie to you, but exaggerate the fact that they listen to something or whatever because they heard a clip on Instagram or heard a clip on Snapchat or whatever the hell it is. And then you're like, oh, that shit is banging, but you heard a clip. You didn't really go listen to the song or whatever. We're just in a really interesting place music-wise, I guess, and getting stuff out there. But I also don't want to sound like I'm complaining, man, because there's tons of artists out there that are successful and doing well. It's hard. Like I say, and I have said for a while, that I do this music shit for me anyways. Like I make music for myself. Like it's this is almost a diary to me, in the hopes that people will relate to it and then listen to it. But I was thinking about this the other day, is did I get to that point? Did I change my tune internally and say I'm making my music for myself as a coping mechanism to deal with the fact that I wasn't getting the listens and love and play that I just thought I would get, and the respect that I just thought and hoped I would get? So then I just turned it into a coping mechanism by saying like it wasn't even for them in the first place. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think that's possible. I think when you're young or when you first start making music or doing anything like that, you you're under the assumption or expectation that your friends are just going to be fans right away anyways, and they're just going to tune in right away anyways. I mean, quick realization that that's not usually the case, or at least in my particular situation. I don't know if that's what is that, the friends I surround myself? I don't think so. I mean, I have good friends. I think that they care about me. But you can't make a career off your friends. That is the point, and you can't try to do that. But that being said, this industry, music, media in general, because even acting too, it's filled with denial, right? So you figure out ways internally, and maybe even subconsciously, to cope with these things. And it's not natural to hear no constantly. I mean, motherfuckers need affirmation. People need affirmation that they're doing well and they're doing shit well, you know? So yeah, I was going through my head like that, but I still think, even if I am making it for myself, the more personal I make it, hopefully the more reach it has, you know, the more truth in the story generally, the more specific a story is almost more general to other people because they understand it more. It's weird. Your truth is more likely somebody else's truth than a fake narrative that you made. And maybe I need to do a better job at being more specific and being more truthful and things like that in my music. And I think that's a part of it. Look, I by no means think the project's perfect. I do think the project is good, and I think it's my best body of work, just like in terms of the whole story and how it flows together, in my personal opinion. And I've gotten some people who have really liked some songs, so I'm really excited. That being said, I'm gonna pick the tune back up and be positive here. If you got a favorite track from the album so far, or a song that you want to see me make a video for, you want to see it be pushed as a single, just let me know. You know, comment below. Send me a DM me, anything like that, man. I appreciate any of that support. It means the world to me. I'm gonna do a better job of getting the word out. And believe me, man, I spent 2 years making this album, so I'm not gonna just give up on putting the work out to more people and getting the word out. So we're gonna be working on that. But I'm also still trying to work on new music. It's been weird because I just haven't made as much music as I usually make in the past whatever time, and I don't know why that is. I mean, I think it's because there's just been a lot of shit going on. I feel inspired musically, actually. I've been really wanting to make music lately. I don't know. A lot of shit's going on. So actually, in the acting world, I had a really good gig that I got to book last week. So shout out to my agent. I was excited about that. If you're watching this on video, you might notice my face looks a little. It's not my shit. My facial hair kind of pretty much already grew back. But last week I had to shave my face for this acting gig that I booked. But I mean, which is whatever. But the funny thing is, halfway through shooting the music video for Running Out of Reasons. And so the first half of the video, I have my like beard kind of, and then I haven't shot the second half yet because I don't have facial hair really. So I thought it would look weird, 2 halves of the video just looking completely different. So I'm trying to figure that out. When they hit me up, like I got the gig, it was all good, and then they hit me up and they're like, "Oh, you need to shave because you're playing like a military dude." I'm like, son of a bitch. That's part of the job, man. Part of the job, though. You got to become the characters, become the other people. Whenever I booked those kind of gigs, and this was a pretty heavy dialogue heavy job that I had, so I had to memorize a bunch and do a lot of stuff. I'm reminded how much I do enjoy acting, really, and I really do that. Enjoy doing that stuff. So I want to, yeah. That being said, I want to keep getting more stuff. So shout out to my agent. Hopefully we get a little more work coming here soon. So Much More 2 is the script is ready. It's pretty much ready, I think. I read through another read through yesterday. Really enjoyed it. So I want to get on that. Start making that stuff. So hopefully you guys can stay tuned for that. And like I had mentioned, the Running Out of Reasons music video is coming soon. Okay, so after all that was pretty much all music and acting and updates on that stuff. I'm going to do a brief little, sports talk here like we usually do. This is mostly going to be NBA Finals based, all right? Right now, last night, Game 3 of the NBA Finals took place. I don't think I've talked to you all since the finals started, actually. My prediction was Warriors over Bucks in 6. That was before the playoffs started when I made that prediction. The Raptors took out the Bucks, obviously. And now we are here. Raptors beating the Warriors 2-1. Last night was wild because KD and Klay Thompson did not play. And the Raptors pretty much led from start to finish. Steph had a ball game, man, 47. I said yesterday, I was talking to some of my coworkers, and I was like, Steph's going to have like 50. He's going to have the best game he's ever had in the playoffs, and he's going to have to stand out like that. And I also said either Boogie Cousins was going to have like 30, or Draymond was going to have a triple-double. One of those two things were going to happen, along with Steph going off, for them to have a chance. And those guys did not show up, really. Draymond played okay, but Boogie did not play well. And Steph had 47. And they still went down. The Raptors look good. It is we got ourselves a series, folks. Now, if KD or Clay come back, I think I picked the Warriors to win this series. And if they both don't come back, I think they're in trouble. But it sounds like KD might be coming back for Game 4, and sounds like Clay might too. In that case, I'm going Warriors in 6. I think they're going to win 3 in a row. So I wanted to pose this question to you all, because I had thought about it last night, and I thought it was an interesting idea. If before the season, so if you're a Warriors fan, before the season, somebody tells you, would you take this as an option, all right? The Warriors down 2-1 in the finals without home court advantage. So you're going into Game 4 down 2-1 without home court advantage. I guess I'll say KD and Clay are questionable. We don't know their health, but they're questionable. But you're down 2-1 in the finals. Or the field before the season. Because obviously they're heavy favorites to win the championship. But still, even getting to the finals and going through a grueling season without the injuries that would plague you and take you out, without the Rockets taking you out in the finals, there's a lot of things that could have went wrong. So you still made the finals, and you have one victory in the finals, and you have to basically go 3-1 to win it. So you have to win 3 out of your next 4 games to win the championship. What do you think? Would you take that, or would you take the field? I'll wait. No, I think it's an interesting question because, like I said, they were the favorites. But I got to say, I think I'd take that. I think there's so many other things that could go wrong. I mean, a lot of people did think the Rockets would take them out. Just the injury things that could have happened, like anybody goes down for the whole season, that changes everything. I think I take that. So I posed that question to you. Let's hear what you guys think. It's a good thought there. Good thought experiment. But yeah, the rest of the finals are going to be really interesting and really exciting. And then we're coming up on this crazy free agency summer that we're going to have. So this is going to be wild stuff. We don't know where anybody's going. The KD narrative is even more interesting now that he's hurt and then coming back. The NBA. The NBA is the shit. Love the NBA. Woo! I'm not even going to get into bowl stuff and all that because I got a guest coming in next week. So we will definitely be having a next week interview next week. And that'll be closer to the draft and all that stuff. So we'll talk about more bowls, more Garpax talk. There's been some rumors in the air about possible trades. I heard a Chris Paul for Lauri Markkanen type deal in the works. They nixed that and canceled that. I don't like that. But yeah, I want to talk about all the Garpax stuff next week. So we're going to get into that. And especially with the draft coming up, I want to really get into it, see who we should be getting. But yeah, the NBA Finals, man. I'm picking Warriors in 6 to close out in Oracle. So that means I'm picking them to win the next 3. Kawhi, the Claw Leonard, though, if he goes off 1 or 2 of these games, who knows? The Raptors are 2 wins away from having one of the most random championships in NBA history. There's always me and my brother were talking about this. There's always there's one random championship in the midst of a decade, right? So in the 2000s, there was the Pistons one that was random as fuck after the Lakers dynasty. That's interesting because that Pistons championship did kind of end the Lakers dynasty, and this could kind of do the same if the Raptors win. Actually, it's a really good comparison. The Raptors to the Pistons. I feel like that's a good matchup there. And then the Mavericks, that was a random championship with Dirk it felt like a random championship when they beat the Thunder. That was a weird one. I guess the Heat with D Wade, but they had Shaq. That wasn't that random. They were really good. So yeah, there's always one random one in there. Otherwise, the NBA is filled with dynasties. There's always a couple teams that dominate a decade usually, it seems. And the Warriors have definitely done that for this 2010 decade. Really. So, yeah. I'm going to just briefly touch on, that's my NBA stuff there. I want to briefly touch on baseball-wise. The Cubs are in first place, and they just filled probably their biggest need, definitely their biggest need, which was the closer position. They just signed Craig Kimbrell yesterday. So that is a big, exciting move in the Cubs clubhouse. They were complaining about not having the money to spend, and then all of a sudden it comes time to get a big free agent, and they figure it out. Theo, you sly son of a bitch. You sly son of a bitch. So it's exciting living on the north side here, right near Wrigley. Actually, the Cubs playing about a half an hour, about a mile away from me. And they're in first place. So it's an exciting stretch of time here for the Cubs. And on the south side of town, too, the Sox are ahead of the curve on the rebuild, really. They are like near 500. They're playing better than a lot of people thought. Now, the only thing is the Twins, out of nowhere, the Twins in the AL Central have the best record in the majors. Like, what? Nobody expected that, so that's interesting. But yeah, so we got two baseball teams in the city that are playing well. So it's an exciting time. Hopefully an exciting summer, especially when this basketball stuff ends and the draft ends. There's just this weird 2-month lull of just baseball. So hopefully our teams are good, because that would make things much more worth it. Man, I got to be honest with you guys. I was talking about the heat here in Chicago. I am sweating balls in my office right now doing this podcast. Good thing we're coming up on the end. Yeah, so speaking of that, I am going to wind this bad boy down. I know it's just been a lot of announcements, a lot of catch-up stuff, and a lot of just me venting, but I wanted to do one of these. I haven't done these in a little bit, and I don't want to keep delaying episodes. So, like I said, next week I got an interview scheduled, and I'm excited about that. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's a good one. Yeah, all that stuff. I want to say thank you to you guys for constantly supporting Passion Park and The David Lopez Show. Remember to subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Go to www.thedavidlopez.com, www.passionparkent.com for everything, for show dates, sponsorships, all that stuff. Remember, come see me June 11th at the Elbow Room for Battle of the Bands. I need your support. Trying to get booked on these festivals and trying to grow the brand, grow the name. And make sure to go check out So Much More Too, now available on all streaming platforms. And wherever you get your music, however you do it, just go check it out, go support. Really appreciate you. And enjoy your weeks, your weekends, enjoy your lives, enjoy the summer. I love you. I love you. That's emotional. All right, guys, be easy. Holla.